here with Julian Cash, and we are going to be discussing his tennis career, Miami Open, and what he has coming up. Do you want to tell us, Julian, like how you got into tennis? Was there, a family relative, or were you just curious, or how did you get into tennis?
There's no tennis in my family really. Both me and my brother played a little bit when we were growing up, but other than that, there's kind of no tennis. I was just a kid with a lot of energy, and there
Yeah,
was a club close to the house, so it was one of many sports that I did. I could just walk to the club and
that's
would
awesome.
stay there at the weekends and just have a lot of fun. Yeah. I mean, I always wanted to go pro. I think it's tricky, especially on the men's side. At 18 to go pro straight away, I think it's pretty difficult. So it was pretty last minute for me to actually go to college. In hindsight, I'm really glad I did. Gave me a chance to grow up. It stopped me getting stuck on the Futures Tour for a prolonged period of time. I also went through a bunch of injuries, which of course I might not have if I wasn't in college. But if
Mm.
I had of, it would have been real tough. Having that support system around me there, had a couple of surgeries and things like that, and just having that all taken care of, it kind of got me ready mentally, emotionally, and obviously my tennis as well to hit the tour when I was 21.
Do you think that there was a noticeable transition from college tennis to the ATP tour?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing is in college, obviously with the team environment, I think, well, it depends on your personality, but I loved that. It made things a lot easier. It was quite easy for me to not focus on myself or my results and things like that. Just kind of trying to play well. There's even matches you're just trying to hang around on court just to, you could be playing really bad, but you
Yeah.
not losing your match is actually helping the team. So it kind of gets you in a different headspace. And then obviously when you hit the tour, there's a lot of money coming out your pocket, which is
Yeah.
tough. You're not earning so well. Everything's on your back, flights, hotels, booking practice court. Definitely a wake up when you hit the tour.
I don't think people realize how much comes out of the player's pocket when it's like hotel expenses, tennis court reservations, coaches they're bringing,
Mhm.
food. Is there a reason that you stopped singles? Were you just wanting to do doubles more? Did you enjoy doubles more?
A whole bunch of reasons. I mean, I've always been better at doubles, kind of suits my game style.
Mm,
Serving and volleying is kind of what I was trying to do on the singles court, and it's pretty tough,
yeah.
especially with the game getting slower and slower. But I had a lot of injuries, and there was a period of time when we got some wild cards on the grass that was in 2022, and we did quite well. And it was actually, I parked the singles for basically 6 weeks just
Mm.
to give that a shot. And it was the first time my body had felt vaguely okay. So yeah, I mean, the guy I play with now, I've known him for a long time, is actually another Brit. So we've trained together for quite a while now anyway, before playing together. And I've known him through some of my junior days as well. So we got on well already, which I think's a really nice thing to have. Just makes it a little bit easier, makes it
Hmm.
communication on and off the court, if that's about the tennis or if it's not, just makes it that little bit easier. And obviously, we train together in London too, just something that's a lot of guys don't have. We just got to balance not being with each other 24/7.
Yeah.
But I think we do a decent job of it. Yeah.
I mean, you guys are in a relationship pretty much. Like,
Yeah, it's not far off.
he sounds like a really, really great doubles partner. Can you describe someone who's like a nightmare doubles partner? Like, who do you not want as a doubles partner?
I think someone that's selfish. Um,
Someone that doesn't know
I,
how to work with someone else.
yeah, basically, you obviously have to be pretty open about your strengths and weaknesses, and if you
Yeah.
don't play well one day or whatever it is, and how you work on that, and you've got to be open to feedback both from coaches and also your partner. But yeah, someone who's not willing and able to do that, I think is probably pretty tough.
Do you want to kind of touch upon your progress so far at the Miami Open?
Pretty different conditions. Actually, the practice courts here don't have lights, so we weren't able to get used to it, which was kind of a shame.
Have
But
like your flashlight.
yeah, literally. But no, it was fine. I mean, it took us basically a set to get used to it, and then yeah, we played quite well. It was a nice way to come through the first round with a convincing second set win, and now we've got a couple of days off.
Great.
Obviously, with the 2 week Masters, it's pretty slow to get going the doubles, so I think we'll play again on Sunday now.
Nice. And it was basically like Team England versus Team America. You guys were like,
Yeah,
England's better.
yeah. Thankfully, we won that one.
What do you think is your mentality going into this next match? Are you guys nervous about, who you're going to be paired up with? Are you guys preparing a different way, or you're just going to prepare the same way you did for this past match?
I think pretty much the same. I mean, we play so many matches through the year. Um, we try and focus on ourselves probably more than our opponents, and just try and improve week to week. I think it's pretty easy to get sucked up in who you're playing, but the season's so long that I think for us our main focus is getting better each week,
Mm.
um, and hoping that that puts us in good stead over the 10-month season.
Are there any specific drills or exercises that you focus on for your double strategy?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, coming into doubles, that was something that I wasn't aware of at the start, is kind of how to train doubles.
Hmm.
It's definitely different. Some of the singles guys kind of joke about it, like, what do you even do out there? Which, I was in the same boat. Like, it's definitely different. But a lot of it's just kind of sharpening up reactions, just being disciplined with, like, we have a bunch of patterns that we try and play, which again, like being in a partnership, we can have kind of, I suppose, like set plays. So it's just working on those little bits day in, day out.
I say, with all of your injuries, do you think there's extra preparation that you do now just to kind of like, get away from being injured again and just to kind of preserve your body?
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of, I would say I was never bad at looking after my body, but it made me more aware of the extra things I could do. Not something you want to go through at all, even small injuries, even if it's, a little month out here, if that means you miss a Grand Slam or some big tournaments, like, it sucks,
Yeah.
especially when everyone else is competing. Unfortunately, in tennis, if you're not on the court, you're not earning any money either. So it's pretty ruthless like that. So yeah, I pay a lot of attention to my body now and do my best to make sure I can stay fit through the year.
It seems like you're doing a good job.
Trying, touch wood.
Was your family supportive of your tennis career growing up? Were they really kind of pushing you to do it? Were they more, laid back? Did they not want you to play tennis?
They were, I would say, a bit of both. They were pretty keen for me. Well, what I mean, at the start, obviously not. They didn't really know what tennis was as such in terms of playing it professionally. But
Yeah.
once I started showing some promise through, like, I guess, my early teens, they were obviously keen for me to pursue it. But at the same time, they made sure that I stayed in education. So I didn't, go full steam ahead with the tennis. Really, didn't jump into an academy abroad and
Yeah.
throw all the education out. So there was a pretty good balance with that. But no, they were very supportive and understood where I wanted to go in the sport, and did everything they could to help with that.
That's awesome. And you said your brother played when you were younger too, right?
The smarter one of the two of us. So about, I think he was probably 15-ish. I think he says that it was when he knew that I could beat him or something like that he decided probably wasn't for him anymore.
He just gave up.
Um,
Oh, no.
but I don't think I ever actually did beat him. So that's fair enough for him. He's kept the record clean.
Because I saw you played Robert Cash, and I'm like, is that his brother who's American?
I don't know.
He can't have
Unfortunately,
it.
not. It's kind of confusing. I end up with his laundry at times and all sorts of stuff. So yeah,
Maybe there's
so
something good in like his laundry, like in the pockets. There's some money.
I haven't been through it yet, so I can't
That's so
can't tell
funny.
you.
Okay, next question. What advice would you give to young players dreaming of a career in professional tennis?
I would say, I mean, the first, well, you've got to work on everything: the physical, the mental,
Mm.
tactical, obviously the skill side as well. The level of tennis is so high right now, both singles and doubles, that for me, it's about, like, finding a strength, I would say, that's
Yeah.
really going to give you a chance to beat some of these guys. Like, and the guys that, let's say, are considered slow or they don't make enough balls, like, they're
Mm.
pretty fast and they make a lot of balls. Athletic on tour is a
Yeah.
whole different beast. But I would also make sure you enjoy it. It's an unbelievably long journey. I don't know anyone really that's not had as many downs as they've had ups through their career. So just making sure you keep it fresh, enjoy it, make friends along the way, enjoy the places you get to see, and hope that you kind of come out the other side.
Wow, that was very like philosophical. I was like, that's a great answer. I think a lot of kids when they're younger in high school or elementary school or, college, I don't think they really understand how much it takes to, be on the ATP tour mentally, monetary, physical. I think it's like a whole new beast. Like you play college tennis, I think that's one thing, but yeah, I don't think they understand how much work and how much of a grind it is.
It's definitely a harder journey than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Um, and I don't, like, blame anyone for not telling me. I don't think many people are actually aware of how
Yeah.
hard and how long that journey can be.
Yeah.
And then even when you're on the tour, there's obviously a lot of nice parts about it. I'm very grateful to be able to play tennis for a career, but the weeks on the road, living out of a suitcase, being away from friends and family, missing events, things like that. Like there's obviously tough sides to it as well.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, we're gonna jump into some more fun questions.
Okay.
More silly, but um, I'm gonna start off with what do you enjoy doing when you're not playing tennis? Like, is there a hobby? Is there, when you're not on the court, are you just like watching TV? Are you, eating a bunch of snacks? Are you doing a hobby?
There's a few things I like to do. I love my coffee, so I
Okay.
love trying to find new coffee spots. See, I quite enjoy people watching, so those two
Mm.
go hand in hand pretty well. I quite like my golf. Quite like to play darts, and I love watching different sports. So, for example, tonight going to watch the Heat play.
I think it's nice to see someone else, playing their sport and like the pressure's not on you. You can just enjoy it.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, next fun question. If you could swap lives with any athlete for a day, who would it be and why?
I would go probably Tiger Woods.
Okay. You like to
Um,
golf, that's why.
yeah, I mean, I like the golf. I think to have been that good at a sport, I think it'd be really interesting to be inside his mind. And
Mm.
obviously, a lot of stress and pressure comes with sport. And it'd be interesting to see how he felt when he was quite literally better than everyone out there, and see if he kind of felt the same or if he was knew he was going to win every week.
That's kind of like, in Formula One, Verstappen. It's like,
Yeah,
he was winning all the time. I
yeah,
don't know if they just kind of get cocky, but
maybe.
anyways, if your doubles partner had to describe you in 3 words, what would they say?
Intense, hopefully in a good way.
Well,
Um,
you guys are winning, so
yeah, true. I guess intense though in like intense day to day, like
Mm,
focus on the fine details and things like that. I'd like to say fun to play with.
okay.
I'm going to stick with two. How about
Okay, okay. We can change the rules. And then what is the weirdest thing you've had in your tennis bag ever?
that? My tennis bag.
Last interview you said a banana that was like rotting for weeks.
Well, I mean, I used to carry around toilet roll
Okay.
because where I used to train didn't have a toilet. So that's a pretty weird one, I think.
I don't think that's bad. It's like having tissues in your bag.
I guess.
Dream doubles partner, past or present. Any tennis player who would you want to play doubles with?
Probably Bapana, obviously.
He's good.
Yeah, I mean, he's done amazing things in the sport. There's obviously other guys that have retired, but for me, the fact I've been able to be on the other side of the net with him 3, 4 times now, it would
Mm.
be yeah, pretty special to play with him.
You're stranded on a desert island. Which 3 ATP players do you want with you and why?
Oof.
Are you going to bring your doubles partner to the island or is he just not fit for deserted island?
I don't know if he's fit for that,
You're like, I love him,
honestly.
but he wouldn't survive.
It's good. That's a really tough question.
I know these
I
are
think
very thought-provoking.
I think I'm gonna go faux firstly for a bit of entertainment.
Okay.
Could be boring out there, so he could provide some entertainment. Then I would go maybe like Isna. It's
Okay.
pretty tall. Like if we need to get stuff down from trees
Like
or any of
being a
that stuff,
coconut.
yeah, could be quite useful.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna say my doubles partner because we know how to work as a team.
Okay.
How
Okay.
about
You,
that?
you retracted it. You're like, actually, I feel bad. I'll bring him back
Yeah,
for
he
the.
could be useful.
I mean, you guys are in a relationship, so I mean, you got to bring him.
Yeah, I'm probably not allowed to not bring him.
Exactly. What is your guilty pleasure TV show or movie?
I mean, I quite like some romantic movies, and I quite like.
I love that. I mean, I'm a girl, so I agree with you, but
Well, I'm looking. There's a new Bridget Jones out. I'm looking forward to watching that when I get back.
okay. I haven't seen those, but I need to.
Yeah, I also quite like some reality TV. So Made in Chelsea or Love Island, I would say.
I was just gonna say, like, I could see you like after your tennis career, Love Island. You got that.
I don't know if I'm going on the show, but I don't mind watching it.
What are your goals going into, the rest of your career? What are your ATP goals for the next year?
So for us as a team this year, Turin was our big goal. I mean, off to a decent start, but a lot of work ahead for us. I think for me personally, obviously would love to tick off a slam at some point. Would love to win a tournament at every level. Yeah, for me that would be a huge thing, and to be top 10 and hopefully push towards at some point in my career being number one would be probably my goals. Yeah.
Those are really great goals. Awesome. Well, that's great. Well, great answers. These were really good. So thank you for, coming on.
Boris, thank you.